high above the clouds, clinging to sheer cliffs, and standing where no human should logically be able to build anything at all. Around the world, there exist structures so extreme, so dangerous, and so physically impossible looking that even modern engineers struggle to explain how they were ever built. Some of these buildings sit hundreds of meters above the ground. Some were constructed thousands of years ago, and some are located in places where simply reaching the site can be life-threatening. These are not just buildings, they are architectural miracles. Today, we explore the most unbelievable structures ever built on cliffs, mountains, and the edge of the sky itself. Catski Pillar, the loneliest church on Earth. Rising over 40 meters straight up from the forest floor of western Georgia. Catski Pillar is a natural limestone monolith with a tiny church built on top. The structure dates back to around the 10th century, inspired by early Christian monks who believed that physical isolation brought spiritual closeness to God. For centuries, the pillar was abandoned until one man returned. Guanyin Temple, China's double cliff shrine. High above the clouds in Guizhou province, the tiny temples sit atop a split rock pinnacle connected by a narrow stone bridge. To reach them, visitors must climb over 8,000 stone steps. There is no clear historical record explaining how materials were transported, how builders worked at such heights, or how construction was even possible. Even today, engineers admit that recreating this project would be extremely difficult, even with modern equipment. Sometimes, the past still outperforms the present. Hanging Temple, China's impossible wooden miracle. Carved into a sheer cliff face in northern China is one of the most visually shocking structures ever built, the Hanging Temple of Hangshan. This wooden temple complex has been clinging to a vertical rock wall for over 1,500 years. At first glance, it looks fragile, almost temporary. But in reality, the structure is supported by a hidden system of deeply embedded wooden beams, rock-cut anchor points, and precise weight distribution. Despite earthquakes, storms, and centuries of erosion, the temple still stands. In 2010, Time magazine ranked it among the top 10 most dangerous tourist attractions on Earth, and yet it refuses to fall. Sigiriya, the lost city in the sky, Sri Lanka. Rising nearly 200 meters straight up from the jungle floor, Sigiriya is one of the most mysterious ancient constructions on Earth. At the top of this massive rock formation once stood a royal city, complete with palaces, gardens, water reservoirs, and defensive structures, all built more than 1,500 years ago. What makes Algeria truly baffling is not just its height, but the fact that the entire city was self-sustaining. Rainwater was collected and stored in enormous stone pools. Food was grown on terraces carved into the rock, and access to the summit required climbing narrow stairways cut directly into vertical stone walls. Even today, modern climbers struggle with the ascent. So how did ancient builders do this? With no cranes, no steel cables, and no modern tools, no one knows for certain. Meteora monasteries, Greece's floating temples. In central Greece, towering stone pillars rise from the ground like giant fingers reaching toward the sky. Balanced on top of these pillars sit the Meteora monasteries, structures that appear to float in midair. Built between the 14th and 16th centuries, these monasteries were constructed by monks seeking absolute isolation from the outside world. To build them, workers hoisted stones using rope-and pulley systems, climbed vertical rock faces, and sometimes worked suspended hundreds of meters above the ground. For centuries, the only way to reach these monasteries was by rope ladders or baskets. If the rope broke, there was no second chance. Out of the original 24 monasteries, only 6 remain active today, silent monuments to human determination and faith. The house in the river, Serbia. Not all impossible structures sit on mountains. In the middle of the Dina River stands a single wooden house, perched on a rock barely wide enough to support it. Built in 1968, this house has survived floods, storms, and decades of powerful currents. Multiple times, the river has completely submerged it, and yet it always remains a quiet symbol of human stubbornness. 2 pagodas, one impossible peak, in northern China's Hebei province, near the city of Cheng. 2 massive stone pillars rise side by side, each crowned with a small ancient pagoda. This is Shuangta Mountain, also known as Twin Pagoda Mountain. The pillars stand nearly 75 meters tall, sheer and vertical, with no visible stairways, no carved ramps, and no clear construction access, yet somehow, pagodas were built on both summits. Popa Tonkalat, the volcanic monastery, Myanmar. Rising from an extinct volcano stands Mount Popar, crowned by a golden monastery. To reach it, visitors must climb 777 steps, surrounded by steep cliffs and open air. This site blends Buddhist architecture, ancient local spirit worship, and extreme geography. For centuries, it has been considered one of Myanmar's most sacred locations, a place where the physical and spiritual worlds meet. The world is filled with structures that challenge everything we think we know about engineering, history, and human capability. And despite all our technology today, some of these ancient achievements still cannot be fully explained. If you know of any other impossible structures around the world, leave a comment below.